What is up, guys? It is James and I am back with another video. So today I traded took a dub and made $2,195. We're gonna do a quick little trade recap. Pretty simple day, pretty simple trade, and yeah, pretty simple day. So let's get to the charts and I'll show you guys what I took. So here we are on the charts. As you can see, my P&L $439 across my 5 XFAs. And yeah, it comes out to $2,195 for the day. Here's the trade I took. That was a dub. And yeah, let's go on over to TradingView and we're gonna go ahead and do a little quick trade recap. So let's go to bar replay real quick. 6:30 a.m. Okay, so let's hop on over to the 4-hour time frame. So ignore this candlestick right here because that wasn't formed yet going into pre-market. So going to pre-market, I saw that we had pumped up towards all-time highs, which was right up here. Let me go ahead and mark this out. So we had these highs up here that could potentially be targeted. And then looking at the market, going into the market, I saw that we were in between two fair value gaps. So we were in this 4-hour fair value gap right here, this bullish fair hour gap. Then we also had this 4-hour bearish fair value gap as well. So going to market open, I wasn't really sure what was going to happen. I didn't know if we were going to displace up and go towards these highs right here, or if we were going to displace lower. So I was going to wait until market open. If you hop on over to the 1-hour time frame, you can see that going into at 6:30, we were actually rejecting off of this 4-hour fair value gap. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this out. So we have this 4-hour fair value gap right here. And then if you hop on over to the 1-hour time frame, we actually had a 1-hour inverse fair value gap. So we can mark this out. So here's a 1-hour fair value gap. So going to market open, I kind of want to see if we were going to respect this fair value gap and disrespect this 4-hour fair value gap, and that would displace us higher towards Asia highs. So hopping on over to the 1-hour time frame, I want to see what we would do. But if we were going to respect this 4-hour gap and then run through this 1-hour fair value gap, then I would be targeting London lows. So here we are at 6:30 a.m. market open. So we're retracing up, and then let's play some candles, and boom, big displacement candle coming out of this 4-hour gap. I want to see what would happen after this candle right here, and we play another candle, and boom. So we started getting heavy displacement. I took my first trade here actually. To be transparent with you guys, I took a mid-entry candle right here, stops below here, and then targeting London lows, which is right here. This was a 1 to 1.31 RR trade. I risked 1 mini with this, and I decided not to go break even after taking this internal low, just because I knew there's a chance I'd wake up and then go lower. Looking at the overall picture, if you go to the higher time frames, we basically need to rebalance before we can go up higher. So overall, after seeing this displacement, I knew we wanted to take out London lows. So there was no point in me going break even after taking this low, and then play another candle. Once we got super close right here, that's when I decided to go break even. I was like, okay, we could end up edging it, and then it totally reverses on me. So I didn't want to take that chance. I went break even right here once we this candle closed right here, because obviously London lows want to get taken. We should end up taking it after this candle. But if you play another candle, we actually end up edging, reversing. And at this point, I'm like, okay, are we going to totally edge it? And am I going to get break even and play another candle? And that's exactly what happened. So after this, I was a little salty, I'm not going to lie, but I knew there was a chance for a re-entry. So Let's go ahead and delete this position right here. And basically, I want to see how we reacted off of this 1 hour or 1 minute fair value gap right here that we were in. So after edging this low right here, I didn't want to pre-fire anything off of this fair value gap. I wanted to wait for market confirmation, wait for candle closure. So there's going to be no mid entry candles for me after seeing this edge right here. So watching this 1 minute fair value gap, seeing how it reacts, play a couple more candles. We continue this place higher. That's okay. Even though we inverse this 1 minute fair value gap, I still believe London lows want to get taken. So play more candles. We get our first bearish candle right here. This wasn't enough confirmation for me to enter. But if you actually take a look at ES, I don't have ES up right now, but ES actually created an SMT with NQ. We created an SMT right here where ES took out this high right here. And then, yeah, ES took out this high, creating an SMT. So during this time, I didn't notice that, but looking back at the trade, I saw that there was that confluence, which would have gave me more confidence while in this trade. And then play a couple more candles. You know, after this candle right here, this strong bearish candle right here, this is where I decide to enter. So I take a short right here, stops below this high right here, and then targeting this right here. So I go in with 1 mini. I get a fill like around here. So this was my, this was the trade I took right here. And after this, my break even is basically right here, since it's pretty close to London low. So basically just play more candles and, you know, trusting that my draw is correct, trusting the setup. I don't close after this bullish candle right here, and then play more candles, and then boom, take profit hits in 3 minutes. So pretty quick trade. That was a trade for the day. I wanted to not risk super heavy because this wasn't the best setup. TP should have just hit on this first trade, but we did get re-entry, which is good. And we ended up on the day $439 across all my accounts, coming out to 2,139, or yeah, 2,000. What was it? 439 times 5, $2,195 on the day, which is not too bad. Yeah, pretty simple trade, continuation trade. That's the model I like to follow. And yeah, that is the video for today. Quick little trade recap. If you haven't already, make sure you like the video, subscribe to my channel. I record all my trades. I do trade recaps, wins, losses. I try to be as transparent as possible. And I did just take my first payout last week. It was a 10K payout. I documented my journey from going from unprofitable to profitable, or somewhat profitable. You know, hopefully, no, not hopefully, I am going to get more payouts, and you guys are going to watch me as a trader and my progression as a trader. So subscribe if you want to watch. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.